And the rings, they're also gold?
Yeah, this one is one of the most expensive rings I have on earth. Because these are diamonds. Yes. And each piece of diamond, my brother, you can take it to the jewelers, they will tell you. Because if I say, they will say an aringa. But this is the oldest gold item I have.
The oldest gold item?
Yes, that's Indian gold, the most expensive gold in the world. With the diamond.
These are diamonds as well?
Yeah, these are diamonds. Well. These are diamonds. And this, so this is not bling bling. Bling bling is fake. They are made in Taiwan. So you find some people here, some governors wearing.
Quite heavy.
Yeah. So, some people wearing stuff.
The number.
Yeah, so this one I bought.
This 14K. Wow.
I don't know, but.
Yeah, it has a number as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one, I can't do without this because when my daughter Hajar was born, I had saved for a year in UK. So before I went to pick her up in the hospital in North London, I bought it. So she's like, Dad, where's your ring? Whenever I go to London, the first thing she takes from the airport, she takes two things. This and my phone. And she says, Dad, from today you are in detention. You have never been here with us. Nobody's going to call you. So my daughter has a lot of influence over me because of what I went through when she was a young kid. We didn't have a maid. I could carry her with me to work, put her on the 6th floor where I used to work. And one day a supervisor came, and while we were in patrol and my heart was pumping when I was a security guard, she started crying, and the supervisor is like, what's going on? In my heart, I was like, let's go and see her. I went directly. Yeah, and I had put her in a box, and when she saw me, I said, this is my daughter. Please, I beg you.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why.
Sawa, karibu Kula Kula show.
Yes.
So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be eating a lot of nice things.
Wow.
We eat conversations and we also eat chakula.
Like on Zongo?
This is like on Zongo.
You should have brought on Zongo. I love it.
No, now I brought you the chicken lollipops that Zongo loves.
Oh.
From Mr. Walk. They are our resident chefs.
Wow.
They are coming to meet the 5th. They said, we come and do catering on location. Wow. So this is in Apikiwa hapa. This is a chicken lollipop.
Unfortunately.
Very nice.
Yeah. Something else.
What else?
We have the Shanghai spice cashew nuts.
Shanghai spice.
Oh, there's no meat in there.
No meat in.
Good. Now we are. Man,
so you are vegetarian?
I can't wait. No, I have never eaten meat. I'm a Hare Krishna priest. High priest, yeah.
Okay. Sawa. Then we have the sauces here. Kuna chili, kuna nini. And then this one.
3 tomato juice and passion juice.
Bring. 3 tomato juice and passion juice as well.
Wazungu ndio wanakulanga tu. Wazungu alikula hizi vitu.
Alikula kafurahia sana. Yes, you can just. Okay, sawa. Karibu. You can start. You can serve on your side plate.
Naweka kwa hii?
Yeah. Unaweza piga na pigia hata hapo.
Unajua mimi nakula directly from sufuria.
Kulia directly.
Kwangu sina sasa unapika ugali kwa sufuria ati uweke kwa sahani. Unaharibu. Mimi nakulianga kwa sufuria straight.
Kulia hapo. Sasa mimi hizi chicken lollipop.
Yeah.
Najipigia tu hapa. Nice, you like it? Inshallah. When I came in the morning, you had gone to pray.
Yes.
I hear you wake up at 3 a.m. to pray.
I wake up, take a cold shower, not warm shower, for the last 42 years.
Okay.
Then I go for my puja. I do my incense, and I do my puja.
Your puja?
Yeah. Okay. Like, thank you. Like if you have, sio damu ya nyoka. In China wanakunywanga damu ya nyoka.
Nini matunda? 3 tomato juice. Can I get some tea? Kuna baridi huku Karen bwana.
I do praying. I do chanting Hare Krishna. I'm a Hare Krishna. Steve Jobs, the man who started Apple, Hare Krishna. The Beatles, Hare Krishna. Nelson Mandela became converted into Hare Krishna. You can Google. Okay. You can go put Nelson Mandela Hare Krishna and you'll see.
You'll see.
So it's not like it's a religion. It's an art of living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. It's a meditation kind of.
Okay.
So when you are meditating, you put your mind into God. You are like living in a cave for years without seeing light or anything. And that was what makes me to be who I am today. Also at the Hare Krishna temple, I go every time I'm in the country. I've been to 156 temples around the world. And I'm in that level of guru. I'm so high that I've been recognized by other prophets. Prophet T.B. Joshua,
Okay.
The late Prophet TB Joshua recognized me. I became his personal friend and lawyer. Anytime I flew into Lagos, he sent his personal car. When he died, I went for the funeral. Prophet Uwor, the most learned scientist in the world. The most learned. You know, people don't understand. Uwor has got more than 2 PhDs. One from the University of Tel Aviv, and the other one from the University of...
The Prophet Uwor,
yes,
no?
yes, in Oklahoma. He was the first dean of medical school, the first black dean of Chicago State University Medical School. Oh. He's a molecular scientist. Prophet Uwor has also discovered a drug made out of broccoli that is FDA approved, Federal Drug Administration in the US.
Okay.
He's a revered, and if you look at his teaching, it's not like these banana pastors who preach things that at Mungu atatokea hapa fulisha moshi, wengine wanaenda kunyoa kina mama huko kwa churches. No. Huyu Prophet Uwor, when you listen to him and you see his writings in religion,
okay,
he's a man who has been there, but people don't know to understand him. But I am very endeared to him. Okay. So are other very world-class pastors, like the president of the American Baptist Church in the US.
Okay.
He's also like my guru. So when you see Kenyan pastors running up and down and saying, mimi naangalia tu, they want me to give them relevance. Hata mwingine juzi amesema he had cast me to die.
It's called Pastor Nganga.
At an cast to die. What kind of goon is this? How can a pastor cast a human being to die instead of praying for me to be salvated from sin?
Yeah.
So those kind of people, they're there. I also like Pastor Nganga in a way. Okay. I don't want to use this opportunity to ridicule him. Okay. He's a man who also has come out from and graduated from prisons. I love him. So even if he says something wrong about me, okay, I just laugh and say, one of these days nitakaa naye. Labda ataniombea.
Kula njugu.
Sasa.
So we're going to be having a conversation around a lot of things. We'll talk about your manifesto, we'll talk about the government, we'll talk about your lifestyle and everything. And also I have a couple of questions here for the Kula show. You can see. For you I had to go do research. And then also our guy from Mr. Walk decided to go do for me a couple of more research to Billy did this part as well, even Hunter, the whole team, because we knew this is going to be a heavy conversation. So we'll be asking questions here, normal questions, like for example, what is hemoglobin?
Hey, man, I don't know that one.
Exactly.
Hey, man. That is for scientists. Something to inject.
So we'll be talking about that. We can even look for other questions about law. And we'll, like, for example, why do you lawyers still wear those to white things? Is it not like ukoloni, mambo sasa, wakileo?
I don't like those things.
Yeah, that white
we'll
thing
never
that
like
you still
them.
wear it. I'm like, why do you wear it?
And if you go to Malema in South Africa, who is my personal friend, he says, like, you Kenyans are like cockroaches. You wear black things going to the court, coming with Satan to court. And that's the mentality of the kind of people I'm dealing with in this country. They're so much into the British system. You get a lawyer here, at all I have to wear a gun. That mentality, Kenyan lawyers should come out from. In the US, you can go to court so long as you have a tie. And you can ask leave in court to address the court without these things.
And the wig?
No, it was banned in the US. Maybe
but
the
Kenya,
Supreme Court.
Still wearing
Kenyans are still living in 14th century. Kenyan lawyers are still living in 14th century. You find them wearing those suits. This Kenya School of Law, I'm going to reform it. Yes. Once I become the president, I'm going to bring another new set of laws that are so much of African, if you're an African, Arabic, if you're an Arabic, Muslim, if you're an... so that we have the people's law. Si atumeiba mandazi, ama umeenda kuvuruta mkia fisi. Fisi kashikwa na KWS unapelekwa kotini. Ongea na jamaa bwana, ambia bwana. Mimi nimevuruta hii manake ilikuwa inavuruta paka yangu. Find out the solution and solve it from within. Si ati kotini.
So we're going to have all that conversation. We're also going to have the conversation about you and allegations about you, Robert Ouko murder and all those situations. You and Raila's family, you and your family and everything. But for now, let us start from the beginning. Who is Wajackoya? Because you are from the street. How did you end up on the street? Then how did you end up with Leaky? Because you said Leaky took you from the street, is the one who nurtured you and everything. How did that happen, the transition? Because guys see you with your durag and then the thing is just another average Joe. But now there's a story behind it. From the streets, you are a policeman, you are in prison at some point, you are the first OCS of Kasarani. OCPP in Kasarani. And all that has gone, now you have a whole law firm. And you're doing a lot of other things. Now you're running for president. Guys are just like, sending jokes. So let's start
In
from
fact, the Nation newspaper called me a joker.
Wow.
And that journalist who called me a joker, I want him to come and see whether I'm a joker here.
You know, now they've not seen this.
What about if they come to my home here in Karen? What will they say?
Exactly. You just bought a Bentley in UK.
Just recently, I bought 4 vehicles. One of them was a Bentley.
One of them was a Bentley. You have a private jet.
A little small aeroplane in UK.
In UK. And all these things, guys are like, this guy is a project, this guy is that. But before we get into all that, let's start with, who is Wajackoya? How did you come to the streets? Then how did you get out of the streets?
Simple. Wajackoya is, number 1, son of the soil. Number 2, son of my mother, who was not there for me. Number 3, I was a chokora. Number 4, a police officer. Number 5, a grave digger. Number 6, a security guard. Number 7, a clerk in the law firm. Number 8, a lawyer. Number 9, an activist. Number 10, which is the final one, a presidential candidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you become a street boy?
It's a long story. My mom and dad divorced. My mom was not giving birth, despite the fact that 16 cows were paid for her dowry.
Okay.
So, automatically, my father's people were like, why did you pay a lot of money? And this woman is a liability, she's not giving birth. So they called her witch. But then the worst part of it is that when she became pregnant of me, she couldn't even give birth. They were counting 9 months, 10 months, and then they had to run away from the village. So my mom gave birth to me and my head was so big. That's what I'm told. Ilikuwa na kichwa kubwa kama ile kandege kama amezaliwa. Najua ukiona chura ikizaa watoto kichwa ndio inakuanga kubwa. People said no, this one is an animal. No way. They did not even touch my mom. So my mom's brother was called in from Busia. His name is Leandro Kelo. And when he came, I'm told, pia alisema hii kitu gani?
Huyu si wetu.
Yeah, but naambiwa kichwa ilikuwa kubwa alafu nimejikunja. Na umbilical cord was an ending. My mother was like, huyu is a witch. So that's where my mother's problem started.
Okay.
Then to cut the story short, my mama became a reject. 4 or 5 years down, she was kicked out of the home. And then she left me there. So nobody was able to...
When kichwa yako mkabaki.
No wonder, that's why if you look at my head now, inaenda kama Mount Elgon. Inaendaga hivi hapa kuna rungu. Na makona hii. Surely, you want me to remove my scarf? Hii kichwa ni...
Ati alikuwa ni wewe. Mtoto. Ni kichwa.
I told my daughter, she's like, that's not good for you. So I was a curse in that family.
Okay.
In the Wanga kingdom. So from there, my curse started. And my curse walked with me. Wanasema huyu, aendi shule hapa. They took me to Buhui Primary School. And there was a school built on my grandfather's compound in Dangalasia. So I used to walk every morning to Buhui, which is like 9 kilometers. So in the morning, I'm going and people running away. People running away from the road. Ndio huyo. Today is my day.
Ulikuwa na head game.
So nimeenda huko, alikuwa ananiita kabandoli. No, kabandoli were those red buses in England that were double deckers. Ikienda shule, in that school, the kids didn't know who I was. But people are looking at me suspiciously. To cut the story short, one day we were looking after cattle. And I used now to be told, wapi kabandole, wacha aenda angalie, take off. So people would be waking up after I had done everything and then gone to school. Kuchukua mavi ya ngombe nini, amasingo ngombe. So one day, I was conscripted by a python. That's another worst thing. So, you know, a python has that sound of meh, like a goat. Yeah. So these people thought it was a goat. So this thing was going around me. You want me to show you the mark? I can show you. The python mark. Yeah. So what happened is it rolled me over. Yeah. And this is the skin.
Oh.
This. Squeezed me. And when it squeezed me, now that makes it worse. I don't know what happened. Even if you look at my nose, these are bites. She was trying to press, but my head was so big it could not fit.
So basically your head saved you. Kabandole ilikusaidia.
I'm told.
Ungekuwa umemezwa na python.
Kichwa kubwa python ilienda hivi. Ikaisha pumusi. So I was unconscious, I don't know for how long. Now what did they do? They bring a witch doctor to remove witches from me. Aye. And then they cut my chest. They bisected my chest here. This marks. To remove evil. Oh. Yeah, because my chest was compressed, I could not breathe.
Oh, because umefinywa na python, but hawa wanasema ni shetani na anafanya.
Sasa wakakata hii. Wakatoa blood hapo, wakaniwekea kwa mdomo. Anyway. So now that now made it worse. Unamuona alizaliwa sijui na miezi ngapi. Unaona kichwa.
Nyoka zinampenda. Kwa historia ya nyoka, mlipata mbali na nyoka.
Mimi na nyoka tuko friends. So then after that now things became unbearable. I started looking for my mother. I didn't know where she went from. Okay. She went, so I started going to Busia. I was told she went through that and disappeared in Uganda. From my home to Busia is very far. So while I was going, tukapitia Bumala hapo. I think it took me 1 or 2, 3 days. Who cared? Nilikuwa na ile suruali ukivaa. Unanyoga zile suruali za jamaa uko home. Zile unakaa chini unajivuruta na nini. Sasa huko nyuma watako zinaonekana.
Tu macho.
Ziko na vumbi.
Huko na tochi.
So the guy, I went and stood somewhere. Kulikuwa na ili Coast, I remember, Coast Holier tankers, zile za mafuta.
Yeah.
So nikakaa hapo, jamaa akaja akaniambia, akaniangalia, akasema, "Hiyo nini nataka hapa? Sina chakula. Nataka kwenda na wewe." So the guy was driving off and I was running. So I think he was looking at me in the mirror. Yeah. So he took me and then I was seated in the comfort. We reached Nairobi.
Oh, that's how we came to Nairobi?
Yeah, we went to his home in Kaloleni. I remember later on it was Kaloleni. He was a man of Somali origin. Then I stayed there for 2 days. He went away, he came back. He was going to buy milk. Then I'm told he was hit by a car on Jogo Road. That's how I became a chokora.
Oy.
So I started walking from place to place. I went to my uncle's house, he chased me away. I went to another one in Isli, the one who was now talking on TV at home. "He's my son, he's my son." He took me to Karen police station here. You know those days we had the Vagrancy Act. Ukipatikana ukitembea ovyo ovyo, ukizurura ovyo ovyo, unashikwa. Ndani. Unapelekwa kotini, Makadara, I think it was Makadara. Unawekwa kwa gari moshi, gunia inaandikwa mjinga rudi kwao. I think that's what it used to be.
Wow.
So when I was taken to Karen police station, there was a policeman there who happened to interrogate me. And when he realized that my mom, who is a Samia, my mom was from Samia, the Abahulo tribe, sub-tribe, and he was also a Mhulo. He's the one who told them to go, he'll take me himself. Then he released me again, and I walked away around, we were there in Kariobangi. There's no street I don't know with their old names in Nairobi, like Grogan Road. I know Lanty Road, Lanty's. So I did my gig, became a squad leader. Those days we didn't have this kuvuta ni petrol or what have you. Yeah. Then we used to shower, clean ourselves in the Nairobi River, up near the museum. The museum was not even built, the modern museum. Okay. Then in the long run, I used to see people like Dr. Liki. Liki used to drive a blue Volvo. It was 240 DL. We used to be proud because now chokoras were like, and I had some little education from Buhui Primary School and whatever. So, ile 244 DL. Then I became a quiz to Liki. So Liki used to bring stuff, give it to us, chokoras. Then later on, the Hare Krishna took us in. So I became a devotee of Krishna, stayed in the temple, had a roof over my head. We used to adhere to the Hare Krishna doctrine of waking up every 3 a.m. in the morning to shower and then go to the temple, which informs you why I showered that time. Okay. Then I became that way. Then some Asian known as Ramlal Shama used to come in and he had a Pujo 504. I can even remember the number plate, KNN 508, a 504. So anytime it came, I could go clean it up. Then he took me to his home at City High School because he asked me, "Toto, takaenda shule?" Yeah. So he took me to school. He gave me a room behind City High School, which is currently Pioneer International University.
I know
And my
Pioneer.
world was boom. So I started washing plates in various Shiri temples.
Okay.
Because we became now affiliated to so many temples from Hare Krishna. If there is sherehe mali ingine tunaenda, wakisha kula sisi ndio tunasafisha. And then I became a proper kula boy. Ile memwagio hapo
Unakula.
nakula, yeah.
Kuna hizi spring rolls hapa.